All right. Hopefully you guys are ready. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. All right. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm not. All right, we're gonna start with some jumping jacks. Make sure you have some water close by. Let's get that body nice and warm. Let's go ahead and just start with those knee lifts first. Get those hip flexors nice and warm. If you're working with heavy weights, feel free to put some shoes on. I probably should have shoes on, but I'm gonna be extra careful today. Let's go ahead and pick those knees up. Start to bring that leg a little bit further away from you, straightening it a little bit more. Good, all right, heel. Bring those heels up towards the butt. Let's stretch out those quads a bit. Add a nice little bop to it. Get a little bounce going. Set my timer. All right. Let's get those arms going. We're gonna take it, we're gonna go side to side. Side to side. I want you to swipe it through. Swipe it through. One more, we're gonna reach up and over. Reach. Reach. I want you to really continue that line all the way from those toes to the fingertips. And both arms up and back. Put it down into a nice little squat position. Hello and welcome everyone hopping on. All right. Shake it out. All right, we're gonna do 30 seconds of some jumping jack. Stretching out anything you need. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hop those legs out. Modify. Keep those arms moving. Step those legs out. Good. Three, 2, 1, and break. All right, we're gonna bring it down to the floor. Hands and knees. We are going to take that right arm, bring it up into the air, place it back down, left arm, up into the air. Back to all fours. Opposite arm is leg, bird dog, down, switch sides. Opposite arm is leg. From here, back those knees up, come into your push-up position. You're gonna do 1 push-up. Come back to your all fours, bird dog. Push up. Bring it back in line. Bird dog, opposite. Squeezing in those glutes. Push up. 1 more. And push up. Rock it back to a child's pose. Onto all fours. Left leg is going to come up and around. We're going to do a couple hip circles. And reverse that direction. Think of doing 5 circles in each direction. And same thing on that other leg. Three, 4, 5, reverse your direction. Think of drawing a circle with that knee. Good, all right. Staying in our hands and knees position, I want you to spread those knees so that they are underneath your hips, hands under shoulders. Pull that core up, nice flat back, tuck the toes under, lift those knees off the ground, about 1 inch. Hold it here. Add in some taps if you'd like to make this a little harder. You're gonna tap the shoulders, limiting how much you're rocking. 10 seconds. Keep holding it. Look at those knees. Make sure they're just above the ground. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up into a down dog. Walk those feet into the hands or vice versa. Roll it up through the spine. All right. Let's turn my fan on. High power. This is just the warm up. All right. We're going to start with our upper body. We're going to start with a Renegade Row. And then we're going to flip it over and do a chest press after that. So weights, choosing a weight that is fitting. If you don't have weights, or if you have weights that are not easily accessible to put your weight on, you could just do taps here. You're going to come up into your high plank and you're just going to do taps if you're not using those weights. Otherwise, I'm going to use my 5s, nope, my 8s, and I'm going to use those here. Come on up into your high plank. From here, we're going to row. Think of bringing that arm, that hand right to your waist. Row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. Try not to rock too far side to side. And bring it down. And again, for modification, you can drop these knees down, bring it into this plank here, adjust, hold, and you'd row from here. Take a second. We're going to flip it over onto our back. Again, adjusting your weights to use weights that may be challenging. For me, I'm going to change to my 15s. We're going to bring it down nice and flat. Knees are bent. We're going to press those heels into the ground. Elbows come out at about a 45-degree angle. We don't need them all the way out to the side, right about to here. Pull that belly button down. We're going to press it up for 1. Elbows down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Let's go 12 and 12. Bring those weights down carefully. Doing good. Flip it back over into our plank position. We're going back to our rows. Adjust, get those set up. Take a second, stretch out those arms. These are supersets, so it's gonna be a little challenging going back to back. But we're going from a pull to a push. All right, shake out those hands. Remember to modify as needed. Come on up into that high plank. Make sure those hands are under the shoulders. Row up to the waist. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze those glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good, bring it down. You know the deal. Back to our chest press position. If you're using heavier weights and you want to bring those weights back, prop them up first. And what you can do is you can also put them right on your lap. And then as you come back, they're already up above. Press those up. Here we go. Pull that belly button down into the floor. Down and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. 2 more. And and 12. Bring them down. Woo. All right, you guys, we have one more set, back to back. And then we're gonna go into some lower body. All right, get ready for those rows. Shoulders, arms are feeling it. I know I am. Ooh. All right. High plank or on the knees, modify, row at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Doing good. Shake out those hands. I know this one, we do these first so that we can kind of not have to be on our wrists too much. All right, actually, I'm gonna use my 8s for these ones. All right, take a nice big deep breath, roll it back. Last little progression here, if you would like, go ahead and bring those hips up into a glute bridge and squeeze those cheeks together this whole time while you do your chest press. Bring it down. Up 1, 2, control those weights. 3, 4, otherwise keep the hips down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Bring those weights down. Take a second to shake it out. We have 40 seconds to grab some water if you need it. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to type them in chat. We are going to get into a goblet pause squat with some reverse lunges next. Okay. 20 seconds. So you have 2 options for holding your squat here. You want to use 1 weight or 2 weights. If you have lighter weights and you'd like to make them heavier, you have options here. You can hold the weight down here with those shoulders rolled back, or you can hold the weight up here. That's fine too. It's really just a comfort preference. If you notice when you do goblet squats, your upper back starts to feel it with these ones. Feel free to hold it down here, roll those shoulders down and back, and you're gonna be here. Down and up, that's round 1. We're gonna add a pause at the bottom of that squat to make those a little bit harder. Leave out the pause if you'd like to modify. After that, we're gonna do 1 hand, 1 weight, reverse lunges. Same leg after that, okay? All right, that's time, here we go. Go ahead and grab a weight that feels good to you. I'm gonna try different each time. Feet wider than hip width. You can point the toes out just a tiny bit. I want you to sit those hips back, bring it down, add a nice little tiny pause in there if you'd like. Bring it down. We're gonna go for our lucky number 12 today. 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, they're not about speed. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Let's do our right leg first. Right leg's gonna be in front, so weight is in your left hand. You're gonna step it back. Think of keeping that weight close to that front foot. Step it in if you'd like, and back, down and up. 2, back stays flat. 3, 4, pressing through that heel as you stand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are only going to do 10 on these. Go ahead and switch hands. Roll it in. Left leg in front. Roll those shoulders down and back. Bring it back and down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep breathing, 8, 9, and 10. Take a second. Roll those shoulders back. Take a couple twists, side to side. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here today. All right, back to our straddle squats. I'm gonna hold my weight low. All right, inhale. Roll shoulders back and down, low back. Nice flat back. What is my shirt doing? All right, here we go. Bring it down. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. And 12. Good. Drop that weight, shake it out. Remember, everyone's squat form is always going to look a little different on everyone. It all depends on your femur length and your shin length. So if you have a short torso and longer femurs, you're going to be a little bit more upright, versus if you have longer femurs, you might be a little bit more forward, for like me. I have a more forward lean. Find what feels right for you. All right, back to our lunges. Here we go. Left hand, right foot in front. Step it back, down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, challenge, don't put that foot down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch hands, switch feet, step it back. Watch that knee, make sure it is not going too far past the toe. Keep breathing. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Getting there. Grab a sip of water before we repeat for our last set of lower body for this round. Goblet squats. Posty. Here we go. All right. Feet hip width. Shoulders back and down. Check that form. Down and up. 1, 2, 3. Add a nice little pulse in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Break. If you have light weights and you'd like to make those harder other than adding a pause, grab some books, grab anything to lift your feet higher off the ground and go deeper. That will have a nice deficit. You'll feel those extra fast. All right, 10 more seconds to breathe. And then we're gonna go into our last set of our reverse lunges. If these are starting to bother you at all, remember you can always drop weights. Leave the weights on the ground. All right, we have our right foot in front, the left foot behind. Here we go. Down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chest is lifted. 6, 7, 8, 9. Switch. Bring it back right into it. 1, 2, 3. Press through that heel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you guys take a second to breathe, grab some water. We have another upper body round. Woo. We have a bicep curl to an overhead press next. So anywhere from 3 to 10 pounds. Unless you have heavier weights, feel free to go heavy. I'm gonna use my 8s. So it's gonna be a curl, a hammer curl to a press. Hammer curl down. And then after that, we're gonna drop to a light weight and we're gonna do front raises. If you only have one heavier weight, you can also hold it this way. Options. All right. Doing good, you guys. We're almost there. Man, I haven't worked out in a while. Wah! All right. Grab those weights. Get ready for that curl to press. All right. Feet hip width apart. Nice soft bend in those knees. If you need to, tuck those hips under just a little bit. Pull that core in. That core should be working. Shoulders are down. Squeeze those elbows in. Hammer curl 1. Press. 2, 3. Remember not to swing those weights. Control it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. And rest. Good job. All right. Front raises. Remember, you can always drop weights. All right, same thing. Nice base of support, soft knees, strong core, shoulders down. Front, lift, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't need to go higher than shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 12. Why not? and break. Shake out those arms if you need a second. In between sets, grab a sip of water if you need it. And if you can, if your goal is to lose weight or burn more fat after today's session, if you take a walk outside or get 10 to 15 minutes of cardio, it's gonna burn more fat because we're using up all of our glycogen stores. AKA cardio after weight training will help burn a little bit more calories. Fun fact. All right, here we go. Curl to press. Same thing, check that form. Start from the feet, work your way up, down to the shoulders, tuck those hips. Curl it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nice and controlled. 6, 7, 10, 11. Last one. And rest. Front raise. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower. 2. If you're using light weights and you feel like they're not doing too much, add that pause. Eight, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You may have skipped one, so do a bonus if you have to. All right, shake it out. We have one more set. We're doing good on time, and then we have some glute bridges and some deadlifts, and then we're gonna stretch a little bit, do a little bit of core and glute work right after that, and then we're good. All right, shake it out. All right. Oh, these are gonna hurt. All right, here we go. Curl to press. Elbows squeezed in. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 2 more. 'And break. Get ready for those front raises. All right, shoulders down. Strong core, soft knees. Here we go. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good, roll those shoulders back and down. Take a second to stretch it out. All right, so for our next round, we have glute bridges. You have two options. You guys can keep them on the floor, feet on the floor, or if you would like to progress this and make it a little harder, you can add your feet elevated on something. Or take a dumbbell, place it on the lap. Options. I'm gonna take one of my dumbbells and I'm gonna place it. You want it right on your hips and hold it to make sure it doesn't roll up and hit you in the face. I have learned from experience. Bring it onto the back. And you want to press it essentially against the thighs. Roll those hips back, core to the floor. Press through those heels, squeeze and lift. Your hands are just holding that weight there. And then we're going to bring the tailbone back down. Up and squeeze, 2. Down and up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to hold it on 10, 9, up and hold for 10. From here, I want you to pull those knees apart and back to the starting point. Out, back to mid, out, in, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Take a second to breathe. We're gonna stand it up. And we're gonna grab our weights. Again, depending on how comfy you are with deadlifts, you're gonna use either lighter weights, heavier weights. If you've done these before, feel free to go a little heavier. Otherwise, you can also do these with no weights. We're gonna make sure our form is nice. All right, so if you have your dumbbells, you want those hands right on those thighs. From here, roll the shoulders back and down. Feel the weight in those heels. I want you to set your butt back. As you do, those hands are gonna slide down the thighs. They get right to your shins, and then we come right back up. They slide down. They essentially don't leave contact with your legs the whole time. Hips come back. A little bit of bend in the knees is fine. A little bit of bend. So when you feel that stretch in their hamstrings, that's where you stop and you come back up. 5, so even without weight. 6, use those hands, slide them down, past. 7, these are a great one to do in the mirror. 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, shake those off. If you have any questions on deadlifts, or if you feel like it's just not working for you, if you can't get those, feel free to message me after class and we can work through it together. All right, back down to the floor. Glute bridges, same thing. We're gonna do 10 up and down. At the 10th, we're gonna hold it, pulse those knees apart. Here we go. Inhale, pull belly to spine, lift, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, press those hips up. 8, the weight is in those heels. 9, 10, open, close, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. You guys know I'm out of shape when I feel glute bridges. All right, back to our RDLs. Stand it up. Another good way to do it is put your butt up against a wall and think of tapping your tailbone to a wall. All right, here we go. Feet hip width. Roll the shoulders back and down. Slide those hands down, hinging at the hips. Stop, up 1, 2, 3, Keep those hands going down. 4. Straight line, good. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it down. And again, to modify those even more, hands up by the head, and you're just gonna do good mornings. There's always something else that you can do. All right, last set of our glute bridge and RDL. Actually, these are getting a little heavy. Whew. Swapping weights. All right. Inhale, squeeze, lift. 1, 2, 3. At the top, I want you to think a penny. You can't drop. Good. We're going to go up and hold. Pulse those knees apart for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Good job. Last set. Last set of our deadlifts. Then we're going to finish with a plank, a little bit of core if we have time. Here we go. Again, soften those knees, shoulders down and back, slide it down. Booty back. Up 1, 2, 3. Think of keeping that chin slightly tucked. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Press through those heels. 9, and 10. All right, good job, you guys. We have a couple minutes left. Let's lay it down on our back. Take a lightweight, any sort of weight that you would like. We are going to finish with 3 core exercises, and we are going to time them, and we are going to go time based. Because why not? All right. Here we go. We are going to go bring those feet up into the air. Take that weight, hold it securely. We are going to lift, bring that weight up towards the toes. Lift up for 1. Up and down. It is controlled as we come up and down. All right, we're gonna bend those knees into a tabletop position. From here, same thing. I want you to bring it up above the knees. Repeat, keep going. And break. All right. Arms out to the side, knees in tabletop. From here, we are going to tap the toes down on the ground. Tap, bring it up. Tap, bring it up. These are slow. And the goal here is when those toes tap, is to keep that back on the ground. Don't let that low back pop up. If you need to modify, go ahead and do 1 leg at a time. If you need to, put your hand right on your stomach and feel and keep it down. You're doing good. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and scoot it up. We are gonna finish with Russian twist. Grab a weight if you'd like to use it. Lean it back, heels down or feet up, choice is yours. Lean it back, right to where you start to feel that core kick in. Round out that lower back just a little bit. We're gonna go side to side. If your feet are up in the air, make sure those ankles are squeezed together, uncross your legs. Remember, it's not always just about speed with core exercises. Sometimes slower is better. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Go ahead and take it into a stag position. Both legs bent. I have my right leg in front. We are going to bring it over this right knee. Opening that hip. From here, if you can, adjust those feet. We're going to come on up onto the knees. So essentially on your knees if you can. If not, stay in that position. We're going to take it. We're going to bring that left arm up. Right hand comes behind. We're going to lean and stretch behind us, reaching for the wall behind you. You should feel a nice stretch throughout that hip flexor all the way up to those fingers. These are so great for that hip mobility. Good. We're going to bring it back in. Remember that back hand you're using for support. Lean it forward. Toes up, knees up, switch sides. Same thing, laying, bring it down onto those elbows if you can, otherwise you can stay up, bring it down. Breathing into it. Good, hands up. Remember, we're going to come up onto those knees if you can. The left hand comes down. The right arm comes up, reach. Good, bring it down. Flip it over onto all fours. And we have just a few minutes. Let's rock it back to a child's pose. Stretch those arms out. Good, up onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, send it up to a down dog. Bend and straighten the knees. Press through those heels. Good, walk the toes into the hands. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So now you're in a forward fold. Inhale, roll it up nice and slow. One more time. We're going to do a roll through the spine. If you would like, you can take a light weight and you can hold this as you do your curls down and let that weight kind of anchor you down to the ground. So with these, you always want to start with obviously very light weight and roll it back up. You want to do those every so often. Start with 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound. It is helpful to add a little bit of stress as we stretch the spine over time, because guess what? It happens in real life. All right, you guys, pick those legs up and circle them. Give it one last around town. pressing through both directions. All right, shake out those hands. Take a minute to stretch out your wrists. Give yourself a high five. Awesome job today. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me.